Have you ever set a goal so big that it felt impossible? I mean, the kind of goal that makes you wonder, how on earth am I going to do this? That was me when I decided on a whim to sign up for my very first marathon. Well, okay, it was 5K, but for someone like me who never runs, it might as well have been Everest. Little did I know that simple decision would teach me one of the most profound lessons of my life about success. And it's probably not what you're expecting, as it surprises me too. Let me set the scene for you. I just came back from a dream trip to China, Xinjiang, amazing food, and a number on the scale that was higher than it had ever been. So I needed a challenge, something to shake things up, so I signed up for a 5,000 marathon, happening 2 months later. I thought, 2 months? That's plenty of time to train. But life had other plans. First, my child came down with a nasty flu, fever hitting 40 degrees. For 2 weeks, I was in full-time nurse mode, and then I got the flu myself, bedridden for another 2 weeks. Just like that, my 2 months training window was cut in half. 1 month left, and I was still starting from zero. That's when I decided to take a different approach. No crazy couch to 5K program. No pushing myself to exhaustion. My plan? Very simple. 5 minutes longer each day. Just 5 minutes. That's it. And you know what? That tiny, manageable commitment was a game changer. Here's how it worked. Every day, I focused on one small goal, running 5 more minutes than the day before, not the looming 5K race, not the whole month ahead, just 5 minutes today. Every time I hit the target, I gave myself a little celebration, a mental pat on the back, a moment of, yes! You did it, Peggy. At first, it was tough. That first 15-minute run, my leg felt like as heavy as stone. But by focusing only on those 5 extra minutes each day, something incredible happened. Within 3 weeks, I was able to run the full 5 kilometers in one session, meaning I successfully finished the 5K marathon training on time. The day of the race was magical. My son cheered for me from the sidelines, his voice full of pride and enthusiasm. Knowing he was watching and rooting for me added a whole new layer of joy and motivation. I completed my first 5K marathon in under an hour, a personal victory I will always treasure. But the most surprising part of this journey was that I really had fun. The process of getting there wasn't grueling at all. After that first tough day, the rest of the journey was light, fun, and rewarding. I was able to balance parenting, entrepreneurship, and self-care while preparing for a goal that once seemed impossible. To me, that wasn't just a win for the race. It was a life lesson. I realized success doesn't have to feel hard. We're so conditioned to think that achieving big goals means endless sacrifice, stress, and struggle. But that's not true. The journey taught me the power of micro-compounding, a term that I invented myself, which means choosing a goal that will yield outsized and exponential growth in the long run, but taking small, consistent steps that build on each other over time. And it's a strategy that has completely transformed my life. Looking back, I just realized that I have unconsciously used micro-compounding not just for running, but in every area of my life during the last 15 years. For example, I apply this strategy in parenting. When my son was diagnosed with a significant speech delay at the age of 3, I dedicated just 20 minutes a day to work with him on language exercises in the last 3 years. Over time, those daily moments added up. Today, he communicates confidently and thrives in school as a 6-year-old boy. I also apply this micro-compounding strategy in entrepreneurship. While pregnant and raising a newborn, I could only dedicate 2 hours a day to my startup back then, but by focusing on high-impact tasks, I secured angel funding 1 month before giving birth to my son and secured my first institutional VC fund within 5 months after giving birth. And later in the next 5 years, raised $5 million in total venture capital for my startup. It all started small from the 2 hours of daily effort. In terms of self-care, by committing to just 10 minutes of meditation and 1 hour journaling each day, I've cultivated and accumulated an exponential spiritual growth that supplies me with constant positive energy in my busy life as an entrepreneur and mother to a point that I don't need to gather energy out of any external world, such as money, status, power, relationship, to make myself feel secure and loved. But I became self-sufficient to love myself unconditionally and love others as well with abundant source of love. The beauty of micro-compounding strategy is that it doesn't require massive effort. It's about showing up consistently, taking small steps, and letting time do the rest. If this resonates with you, I've created something special to help you get started. It's a free digital guideline called Leveraging Micro-Compounding Strategy in 4 Steps to Operate Your Life Effortlessly. Inside, I break down how micro-compounding works, how to identify the right task for compounding growth, a step-by-step guide to breaking big goals into small actionable steps, and simple tools to track your progress and stay motivated. If you're ready to transform your life with micro-compounding strategy, download the free digital guideline from the link below in the description section. Let's take the first step together. Hope it helps. See you next time, my friend.